One video.
No, there was another one from Orakzai agency where a woman was being chased and then she was brutally murdered in the name of honor by Taliban. That was also on YouTube.
And that too was mobile camera?
That was also a mobile camera phone. So, the thing is that...
And is there any story attached? Why did that happen?
Because she had an illicit relation with someone, again, that can't be proved. And this other flogging video, this was based on allegations. And one of the points that I raised on one of the TV channels where Muslim Khan was one of the participants, and that video is on YouTube, I asked him that, are you aware of the fact that 3 days back, 3 women were brutally beaten up by Taliban in Mingawara Bazaar? He said, yes. I said, what was their fault? He said, they were talking to a shopkeeper. I said, weren't they covered in a burqa? He said, yes, but still their fault was that they were talking to a shopkeeper. That's online, and that is Muslim Khan. So that was when I said that, you know, what on earth are you trying to preach? Is this Islam? Isn't this like a false allegation? And if it is, then you are the one who should be flogged 80 times.
So
that's what I told him.
It's a distorted Pashtun culture, it's a distorted Muslim culture, or it is distorted Islam? Which of the three do you think is inducing it?
It has nothing to do with Pashtun culture. In Pashtun culture, women are never treated like this in a bazaar or publicly. They would never do such a thing. I've conducted a lot of research on the way women are treated in Pashtun culture. Even when it comes to the custom of swara, traditionally a girl would be sent to the enemy's family and then she would be returned with a chadar, which was a symbol of honor, and some gifts. And then she would be returned to her parents' home. But now she is retained by the enemy's family as, as something, as a symbol of revenge, just to punish that family. So I don't see it as Pashtun culture at all, because the culture has been distorted over a period of time. And Islam, I would not at all agree with anyone who says that this is what Islam says, because this is a distortion of Islam.
So what is inducing it? Because if there is no cause, if there is no Pashtun distorted culture, if there is no distorted Islam, so why are people going that way? Why are they doing it?
It was a particular ideology and a mindset that was being spread, and it was the fear element that was the main incentive, because of which people would not, condemn it. And now I think people have started questioning it. People have started talking about it, whether it represents Islam or culture or whatever. So I think the main thing is that we have to talk about such issues. We can't just sit and remain silent. I don't consider myself as a religious expert, but I know for sure that this is not what Islam is all about.
Or Pashtun
Or Pashtun, yes. Like I was in Swat last week, and the kind of stories that women shared with me were like shocking for me. The kind of sermons that Maulana Fazlullah would be making, and the hate speeches and the kind of perversion that he was spreading through those radio programs is unbelievable. And again, women were the main victims. They can't even talk about those things. I'm sure you know Pashtun culture more than I do, but a man to talk about such things on a radio channel addressing women, is that Pashtun culture? It isn't. Things that even those women are ashamed of.
Last month I was in a village of Sawabi, the previous month. I was in a village of Swabi. There, I was speaking to a gentleman, an old man like me.
Yeah.
I said, why was this happening? He said, Islam couldn't be that. Pashtun is surely not that. There is some curse on this region.
I don't
He
think
couldn't
so.
explain it. What's the curse?
There's no curse. Like,
Huh?
The curse is called Zia.
yeah. But I'm very
Maybe the
positive.
army.
Because I
Maybe the
think
military.
people of that area are very resilient. Even women who
They
have...
can bear with anything.
They can then bounce back positively. I know that for sure. Especially Pashtun women, they've really gone through a lot, but they can bounce back. I am very positive. But the point is that we as individuals and civil society organizations, we have to try our best to give them back that cultural space that they've lost firstly, which was culturally acceptable, which was something, you know, that belonged to them. Their folk music, their culture and the traditions, the positive ones. And of course then education, health, all that follows.
Samar, when I know that this has nothing to do with the vlogging video or the documentaries you made,
Yeah.
but in your interactions with people in Swat, what did the people say generally? I mean, what did they say? Who these people were, who were committing these atrocities?
Their identity, yes.
Yeah, who these people were? Where did they come from? And how did they start it? Who is the mastermind? Who is like giving them all these tips, instructions, guidance? What do common people think there?
Like I've been interviewing women in Swat, and this was my initial visit. So I was more interested in how the radio programs and Maulana Fazlullah's sermons had, you know, affected these women. So, like, they were full of regrets because there were many women who actually have been divorced by their husbands because they gave away their jewelry and their belongings because they were so sure that they'll be going to heaven by donating these things. And now they feel that they've been betrayed. And there's this feeling of regret that I found in these women. But of course, they can't really pinpoint the exact reason or the background of, you know, how and when this all started. They just knew that Maulana Fazlullah bahwage khabare kale, that, you know, his sermons were like magic.
Started by Fazlullah.
Yes.
Do you want to do a project on the background of this thing? How they got so easily entrenched in the society?
I'm interested in doing that. Yeah, I've just started. But like the women in particular are like full of regrets. And they would say that never again. We would never be fooled like this in future.
Because the same thing is happening in the Saraiki belt.
Yes.
Even in some Rahim Yar Khan part, Sindh part.
These things are very common in southern Punjab.
Southern Punjab, yes.
Thank
But
you.
the thing is, see, that even at that time, there was no alternative voice. Like there was just this illegal radio channel, and there was no option, no alternative for these women or these people to believe in or to listen to. So I think it's, you know, we as individuals, I feel even I am responsible. Why couldn't we reach out to them?
Do you think the state could have, say, failed to do or counter this?
Of course, Pete, because last time when I was in Swat, like a few years back, I could see this Maulana Fazlullah's, this place, mosque and all, flourishing like anything. And at that time I wondered, why isn't the government doing something to stop it? That's the kind of mistrust that the people of Swat are also suffering from.
So